Well, my name is David Ndongo. I'm presenting my church planting plan. I've been looking into um, the welfare of the church and the need of the church planting. The church planting, uh, we've seen it from the beginning, and basically my introduction here, I'm doing my looking into what Christ has called us to do and the effect of the church, where the plan requires the guidance of the Holy Spirit, where a church planter must rather be able to define and have his own plan toward the church planting. Um, so I've talked about the key principles that guides a church planter to come up with a plan. And while prayer is a key when one is engaging in church planting, and also the communication of intention of why the church planting and asking for help from the people that have been able to do the church planting and focusing on who is to help also on the same, this help establishing the network and not forgetting that discouragement and they come along with that is a challenge that is there. So flexibility toward the whole program, where the Holy Spirit will be leading you is the key. The other aspect that I was looking into is where the Bible talks in Matthew 19, chapter 16, where the Bible talks of old and new wineskin approach. And why talk about the old and new wineskin approach? The church here talks about this parable. It is structured and it's structured out whereby the newness of the Holy Spirit, or rather the infilling on the power whereby you are relying on the Holy Spirit, should be able to help the church planter to see both of these going through. The other thing I've shared here is the location of where the church need to be, the preparation of the Holy Spirit, where He's leading, where the believers are. So uh, the Bible talks of the disciples being scattered, and wherever they were scattered, they were able to relocate the believers and plant the church. So here we are talking of migration aspect being a huge opportunity. We see people like Philip heading, you know, to a different direction in the Bible. So identifying the church and where it is should be also the key to help of where. The other aspect that I'm sharing on is about the political view of the church as where the church comes together with the government, and not only the government, where the requirement is as establishment is, as we checked in the book of we will see this view in the book of Matthew chapter 7 and verse number 12 and also number 13. The political influence as far as the church, we see in the Bible there is a lot of mention of political uh, engagement as far as the church is concerned. And this is a huge uh, way to look into where the church and obligation with the church, as much as political ideology is concerned. And that also is something that I looked into. Um, I've shared more again about the economic view of where we are. Ideology is including effective management of the church, the customer care part of it, and we're having a budget of the same as far as the church is concerned. So basically about facilitating the change that is required. I talked about, or rather have shared also about the need for bride and bridegroom preparation. As far as the church, there is need of a church and planting of the church. The focus is um, the end result of the church. The Bible states of Christ coming, and he will come to take his bride. So the church planter need to focus and look of preparing the bride for Christ, even when he's coming. And that church planter need to love, or rather need to be filled with the love of Christ, so that he can be able to share their responsibility. As the Bible says in 2 Corinthians chapter 6, I've stated there, verse 14, the fellowship of the believers and the people of God. And the last three also included the story of the king and vineyard approach. We see King Ahab, where he approached Naboth and he wanted to buy the land that was inherited. And Naboth was not ready to be able to share the inheritance. This is what discipleship is concerned, to be able to understand that there is what Christ has, the key theme for Christ dying on the cross, and he died for the church, and the church is a plan of God from the beginning. So I've also talked that in length, and well, in summary, I shared in also in Acts chapter number 11, where the Bible talk of the increase of the church, and the church of Antioch, where they grew in rapidly. In chapter number 11 talks about Cyprus and Cyrene, where the brothers, they came from there and they were able to church the brethren from Antioch. And because of them coming down from those towns, they were able to stir up the church of Antioch, and there was a rapid growth. And this should be the aspect of every person that is looking forward for a church planting. Also, in my summary, also I've quoted Hebrew chapter number 10, verse number 24 and 25, where the Bible states that there is need of not neglecting the people of God coming together, the church, and that one can be stirred up by discipleship. We see the mandate of Matthew in conclusion 20 in verse number 16 up to the last. Jesus is talking of going into the whole world and make disciples, and I've also looked into this in a little bit of length on the same. All right, that's all about my paper. Thank you so much, everybody.